So what's actually making housing unaffordable? Well, it's not really these things over here. What I'm going to talk about today is the major things that are making housing unaffordable in 2026. If you're a homeowner, you're a home buyer, hopefully I can explain to you guys what's going on with these today, and also home affordability. What's actually putting it out of reach? You might be surprised with today's video. So folks, my name is Dan Frio. I'm actually a loan officer licensed in all 50 states as well as Puerto Rico. My goal is to help explain to you guys what in the world is going on with those and the whys behind it. I'll give you all my information at the end of this video. You're here for these. So let's get to it. So what I wanted to talk about today, because there's really not a lot of economic news, we're going to follow oil so we can see what's going on with interest rates. But you realize that home prices really haven't done much in the last couple of years, even with people saying they're going to crash. People are still saying that, believe it or not. But I'm going to show you guys today what's really making housing unaffordable, and it's not these, and it's truly not home prices. So let's get to today's news, folks. The first thing we want to do is go through here. Oil prices. What are they doing? They're down 4% today. This means, what's it going to mean to you guys? Let me know down below, but I'll break it to you. Stocks are going to be up. Mortgage rates are probably going to be down. This is going to be a good kind of entry throughout the day, but just watch. By the end of the day, there might be some profit taking, and the markets might stabilize a little bit because we're going into another weekend that we don't know what's going to happen. We're a tweet away from, World War III possibly. So let's dive into today's news. Here's what we follow on my channel. If you're new to the channel, this is what we watch right through here. All you have to do is see that number right up through there. If it's green, good news. The number has to hit at least about 10 for it to really move the markets. So I'm not really thinking mortgage rates are going to change all that much today. So we're at 6.32. It's right in the realm of what I thought. I'm expecting rates to be about 6.25 to 6.5 until this Iranian thing gets over. Then after that, I'm expecting them to go back into my old range of 5.875 to about 6.25-ish, that range right through there. So let's go over and see what news we have for today that might upset the markets based on or other than oil. Well, you go to Friday, we got the FOMC meeting, the Fed wall, and really nothing today. But the good news was the week's information we got jobs report came in really good. We had inflationary numbers on producer from inflation came down dramatically. The numbers look fantastic. Everybody's sitting there scratching their head saying, okay, wasn't tariffs and now the Iranian situation really supposed to pump inflation? Yeah, but the numbers kind of shocked the markets yesterday. So let's get over to what's the Fed going to do in the next few meetings. Well, in 12 days, they're going to meet. They're not going to do anything. I'll show you that through here. There's a 99, let's see what it is today. There's a 99% chance they're not going to do anything. So let's go over, I'll recap the week here in just a bit, but let's go over why is housing so unaffordable? Well, they're not crashing like a lot of people say. If you go to here, this is Zillow. Well, I know you might not trust this thing, but let's just go over to this. This is saying right through here, the typical U.S. house is up 0.8 year over year. And I think last year we were up, 1 point something? So it's really not home prices, right? Other than prices would just keep going up and up and up, and then it would be unaffordable. What's actually doing it? Well, you're going to be shocked of this information right through here. Please be careful before you go out and buy that house. Even with rates, if they get to 5.99, you might say, okay, this is my entry point. Be careful when it comes to the real estate taxes and your homeowner's insurance. Okay, so why? Homeowner's insurance has just been racking up year after year, and a lot of people don't talk about that. So I wanted to bring this up today. Here's what the numbers have looked like when it comes to insurance. You realize insurance has changed in just 1 year, went up 11%. If you break it down year over year, let's look at this. Here's what insurance rates have done over the last few years. This and taxes are really the culprit behind this. I'm going to show you, look at the top 10 states with the highest taxes. Then I'm going to actually give you a tool where you can look these things up, because before you buy, I need you to jump into that to basically break down the taxes, because you're going to have to add into that mortgage payment your homeowner's insurance and your real estate taxes. Those two components are really sending mortgage rates and mortgage payments out the roof. So in 2021, rates were up 3%. 2022 going up 5%. 2023 up 11%, 2024 up 11%. If it keeps going at this pace, you'll never be able to buy a house. So if you look at this, we look at insurance is really ratcheting up. We just saw home prices aren't really moving much. So you go over to here, now state taxes. How much are taxes? You might not even think, okay, I didn't even really think I have to add my real estate taxes into my mortgage payment. Well, if you're in one of these states over through here, New Jersey, the top state in the whole country with the highest real estate taxes on average, average $9,500. That's just for an average home. Think if you're buying a little bit of an expensive home, you could be at 5 digits easy. You go through New Hampshire, Connecticut. I am in Illinois. I thought Illinois was the highest, second highest in the whole country, but these companies, these states are catching up to us pretty quick. So don't forget to add in your real estate taxes. So by the time you get the house, which really hasn't been moved much in prices over the last 2-3 years, even you guys are vouching that down below, telling me I'm crazy that house prices are going to go up. And then you have interest rates that, if I show you the charts, they're really not even moving over the last year. Don't believe me? Well, let's get over to this thing. So here's what I want to show you. The chart that we looked at earlier, we were trying to figure out what's happening with today's rates. Well, today we're up 7 ticks. This is actually the weekly chart. But if we go back, let's go back a year. Where were rates then? Well, down through here. Okay, so what I said, if this goes up, rates are getting better. So if you look at house prices, they haven't moved in the last 2 years. You look at interest rates, they're actually better than where they were. So why are homes unaffordable? Yeah, you figure that one out. So today's news, really nothing there. What's going to happen in the markets? I really don't think much of anything. So today the MBS market is up 7 ticks. I think this is going to just balance out throughout the day because, again, we're going into a weekend where no traders want to basically put all their money on the table, just hoping, one thing happens because we're just a tweet away for either great news or Armageddon. So that's the report for today. MBSs are, we'll just say they're flat for today, and I'm expecting them to be flat. There's really no economic news out for today. So my thoughts are if these things are going to be flat as a pancake, what are we looking at here? Well, folks, this is my new website I just created. So I've been in this business for 36, 37 years. And what I watch on a daily basis is the same stuff I show you. I show you rates. Then we go down through here and we look at the MBS market. That's that chart I just showed you. We look at the 10-year Treasury. This is what a lot of people look at if they don't have access to the MBS. So we're giving you access to that. These are delayed because we manually input these because some of these are proprietary. So we have to go out and gather the data and put it back in. We're working on linking that for a live feed. Then you go down through here. This is what the indices are doing, the equity markets. Right now we have the S&P. It's up 18. NASDAQ up. Dow Jones up. VIX is up. Oil's down. It is a Cinderella day so far. And then down through here we look at what's the federal funds rate? What do they look at? They look at the PCE, the inflation numbers, and the unemployment rate. And then what are they going to do in 28 days? Well, there's an 84% chance they're not going to do anything at this meeting. So hopefully today, with really no economic news, you now know a little bit more about mortgage rates. And today might get a little bit better because we just saw this. You saw it. We were up 8 ticks a little bit ago. Now we're up 11 ticks. So you might just see mortgage rates come down a little bit today. My expectations are they're going to be flat because the markets are not going to go into the weekend with all this uncertainty that we have. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so over there. And if you want to check out my slogan, here's what I am and here's what I do. My name's Dan Frio. I'm actually a licensed mortgage loan officer in all 50 states as well as Puerto Rico. If you need help with a mortgage, I'd love to help you. But why are you watching this video? Well, you're watching this video, for some education, but you're trying to figure out how do I get the best rate out there? So here's what you probably did. You probably went online, went to the bank, and then that online company, and then LendingTree, and then Bankrate. They all pulled your credit, ruined your credit, got back to you, and now you're as confused as where you started. Why don't you use me? Okay, here's what I do. I'm in all 50 states as well as Puerto Rico. We give you quotes. We check quotes from almost 40 different lenders. Check out the video I did yesterday. It's a live event right up through there. It shows you behind the scenes on what we do. But if you need some help with a mortgage, I'd love to help you out. But if you're a homeowner right now, got a tool for you right up through there. It's called Rate Watch 2.2. Plug in your mortgage information. We're going to track it for you. We're going to track 2 things. How much money a month do you want to save? You can actually put in there saying, Dan, when I can save $300-400 a month, call me. We can also track your rate. So put all that information there. We don't sell the data. It'll be me or one of my teammates calling you guys to go over the numbers. And if it makes sense, we'll lock in and get the paperwork started. But other than that, folks, visit my new website right through here. If you're a mortgage broker, realtor, even a consumer out there, just trying to track these things to figure out what in the heck are mortgage rates doing today and why. So that's why I do these videos for you guys, folks. So I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe over there. But today, I'm basically going to think the markets are just going to be stagnant. Watch that oil prices, because if you see oil coming down, it's great for the markets. You see oil go back up, you're going to see the markets all do the opposite. So check out today's video and also check out this weekend's video. Got some pretty cool things coming down the pike. Other than that, have a great weekend. Be safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.